Well, it's been an extraordinary week this week. We've got rid of 2 cars and we've bought 3. But I've found a wonderful way on how to buy cars. Welcome to another What's on Court. Good morning. It's Saturday morning and it's another glorious day down in Devon. And today I've got a test drive on this in about 3 hours time. So I've got that all cleaned. That's in prime position on the upper forecourt. And I've also got a touch-up pot because on the bonnet there are some little stone chips and they need touching in just to take the eye off because it's really quite obvious. I don't know if you can see right here. 1, 2, 3. There's a couple other little ones around the car which just need a little, touching up. So that's being test driven today. That little baby is sold. Yes, it is. It's going. Deborah and Jeff have bought that. So my cunning little plan, if you remember from last week, worked. And so remember I put that in prime position next to the Discovery and gave them a good price for their RAV. And that's gone. Won't make much money out of that because I wanted that gone really. But Partex RAV, that whole deal for that one customer, sold the Discovery, Partexed a Nissan Qashqai, sold that, and Partexed a RAV2. Fantastic! What a lovely couple. And I'm sure the flowers and the wine did the trick. But anyway, going to get this touched up. It's all clean, so ready to go. I'll show you how to touch it up. Well, here's my touch-up pot that I've had mixed up, and I'm actually going to apply it with a cocktail stick. So I'm going to give that a really good shake. Right now, here's the terrifying bit. Oh. 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 Well, see how that dries. What happens if I put my finger in it? Oh, that's better. I've just dabbed it with my finger. All gone. Well, that's all done. Stone chips? What stone chips? That worked perfectly. That cocktail sticks work really well, actually. And I went around the whole of the car. Actually, this car's pretty immaculate anyway, so there's only a few little minor bits and bobs to touch up. But she's ready to go. Got to be amazing we got that sold today. Be brilliant. Good afternoon. It's Sunday afternoon and the boys and I have just been for a monumental Sunday lunch at Bury Pomeroy Castle, and as you see we're kind of having a little bit of a woodland walk. Now something extraordinary happened last night. While I was going for a pint at the Tally Ho, excuse me Teddy, while we were having a pint at the Tally Ho, I got chatting to a lovely chap called Robin. And I was explaining to Robin how much of an experienced car dealer I was. And he said, well, he's got a car he wants to sell. It's a Mitsubishi Outlander hybrid. And I said, I'll buy it off you. What do you want for it? He said he wanted X. I offered him Y and we settled at Z. And such a local chap. So we're literally doing a little woodland walk to go and pick this car up. I mean, what a fantastic place to do business. I wish every car buyer was like that whilst having a pint. But anyway, we've got a gorgeous walk and surrounded by gorgeous woodland. So yeah, off to go and pick up a new car. Laters. Right, we're about five minutes out from the picking up the new car, the new pub car. This is going to be called the pub car, and we had a bizarre arrangement. So I transferred the money, and I said I'll come and pick it up with the boys later on, whilst on a walk. And he said, well, I'll just put everything on the passenger seat. I'll leave the car wide open. Just come and get it and drive off. So that's what we're doing. I mean, what a bizarre way of. I mean, there's the whole process of this car has just been extraordinary. So so yeah, so I'm expecting to see a car wide open, everything on the passenger seat, to just drive off, fully charged, full of fuel. Can't get better than that. Good morning. It's Monday morning, and we are all over the place this morning. We've got the Citroen that is, as I said, sold, and that's being jet washed and getting out prepped, give it a polish. The Outlander, Michelle has taken that to get quotes done to get all the bodywork done. We've got that back. There's some dents in it. It's absolutely filthy inside, but that will all clean up really nicely. But I'll show you all that when it gets back. But yeah, Michelle's doing all that, getting quotes and getting touch-up pots of paint sorted out. And I'm doing the Citroen. Handover for that is 2 o'clock today, so I better get polishing. Right, laters. Well, that's the Citroen, all done and dusted. Look at that. I mean, it looks fantastic. Give it a good old polish, spotless. So today, Deborah and Jeff have a wine and this time some chocolates. They're going off to France in the Discovery tomorrow. And so they don't need flowers, so some chocolates. Anyway, ready for handover. Right, good afternoon. Well, early evening, Monday, and we've got off to a cracking start this week. That Volvo sold. The guy who came and test drove that has decided to buy it, which is fantastic. He's paid his deposit. We're going to get the wheels all done for him, and that's all MOT'd, ready to go. Just needs a few little touch-ups here and there, but we're going to get that all polished up and everything. Citroen went, and I got a RAV4. Do you know, I mean, it's a perfect little Devon run around that car, so I'm half tempted to keep it for myself and sack off the old battle axe. But here's the pub car. Look at that beauty. Mitsubishi Outlander. This has got a few bits and bobs to take care of. I'll show you those now. Right, so apparently this just happened the other day. Bit annoying, big dent there, and another one in the door there. Difficult to see, but it's in a bit of a grubby condition, and it needs a bloody good clean. There's a couple other little minor dings there. I'm not quite sure if we're going to get that one out. The front is this is all broken here, but that's easily repairable. A tiny little crack there, not too bad. And we got a bit of a gouge and a dent in there. So we've got some quotes from the body shop, and it's probably going to be around about £1,000 to get the whole lot done, all touched up and all polished. So I'm just thinking about whether we do that. Have a look inside. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's pretty grubby. I mean, look at the roof, all over the place. That will all come out with a good clean. I'm just going to probably try and tackle this one myself instead of getting the professionals in, because it'll probably be about 300 I've had a quote for 300 quid to do the inside and outside. Yeah, I think people have been very horsey people, these chaps. But yeah, so it's a bit dirty. I haven't a clue how hybrids work, but that's all part of the learning curve. I think I need to plug it in tonight, just get the battery up, and then start driving it around for a few days and see what needs done. I've booked it in for an MOT on Wednesday, so that's going in for a good old mechanical check over. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Lovely, lovely little pub buy. Good morning, Tuesday morning, and I've just got back from taking the Volvo to have a metallic finish on the wheels. So that's going to be ready at 6 p.m. this evening. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that car looks. I think it's going to look fantastic. Right, that Nissan in the lean-to there, that's going down for an MOT. So let's get that. I think it's got some knocking noises on it as well. So hopefully they can sort that one out, and that will be all gravy. So right, down to the MOT centre. Right, so that's the Nissan in. Unfortunately, it failed the MOT, but anyway, they're going to do all the stuff to it. But I was thinking, I'd like some more transactions like this one. So as it's such a beautiful Tuesday lunchtime, I'm going to call an emergency meeting with the landlord at the Tally Ho, and I'm going to have a word with him to see how we can buy more cars through the pub. Now, he's the sort of chap who would sit down and come up with some wonderful ideas. So we're going to have a business lunch at the Tally Ho today and see what we can do to see if we can buy some more cars through pubs, which I think is a fantastic idea. So this one's an absolute cracker, and let's see if we can get some more cracking cars through punters having a pint. So I'm going to do that this lunchtime, and then see where we go from there. I'll keep you updated on how that all goes. Right, so here we are. Very serious business meeting happening this lunchtime at the Tally Ho. And what a lovely place to be on a beautiful Tuesday lunchtime. But anyway, as I said, a very serious meeting over a spot of lunch, and I'll update you to see how it all went. Lovely. Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, and just an update on our fantastic meeting we had with Mike at the Tally Ho yesterday, and he came up with some fantastic suggestions that we put a sign up in the bar, basically saying that I will buy cars in pubs. So we're going to do just that and get a sign up. Hopefully people will see it. Something on the lines of, I buy cars in pubs. If you've got a car to sell and this is what I'm looking for, blah, 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 give me a call. I'll come and meet you and have a look. I mean, what on earth could go wrong with that? A good way of buying local cars from people who visit a pub for a drink, perhaps. So a lovely way to do business. So we're going to try that out. We're going to make some signs and get that in the pub bar. And who knows, we might take the same sign and do it in several other bars as well. But we'll just take one step at a time, I think. But anyway, we are going to auction today as well. So we are looking to buy another couple of cars at least. But I'm going to start doing the data crunching, and I'll let you know how we get on with that. But so far, what a great day. Weather's looking beautiful again. It just keeps sun keeps shining in Devon at the moment, which is very welcome. Anyway, laters. So here are all the cars for Mannheim today. And as you can see, there's probably about 132. So I'm going to do my usual and whittle them down to my set criteria. So first of all, I'm going to add in mileage number less than or equal to 75,000. And then I'm going to do another one of cat clean less than or equal to 10,000. And then I'm going to bring in margin. Margin needs to be over 2,500. I'll whittle them down now. Retail valuation worked. Auto Trader retail rating number greater than or equal to 90. Right, so that's limited down to 6 cars. Right, so I have already imported all the retail, Auto Trader retail information into the spreadsheet, but now just going through my criteria, you can see I've gone from 130 odd cars down to 6 cars. So these are the cars I'll be focusing on, and I will not focus on any other cars at that auction. I won't get distracted by them. I won't go, oh, that's a lovely BMW, and then get carried away. I'm just going to focus on these cars. So Ford Focus, I'm not too fussed about those, to be honest. This Hyundai needs quite a bit of work doing to it. So the runners in the field are this Renault, the Yeti, the Tucson, and the Discovery Sport. So I've done my margins. I've done the works that I think is required, and I've also worked out my max bid based on a £2,000 margin after the work's done and the fees are taken out. So I've obviously gone through each car and said, well, that needs this, that, and the other, needs a service or an MOT, and some body work. So that's how I've come up with that figure. And this is the my max bid, and I will not go over these. I will not go over them. So we will see what we buy. Is it going to be a Discovery Sport? Is it going to be a Tucson? Is it going to be a Yeti? Well, I think you'll find out. Or it may not be any of them. We may just get horribly unlucky. But let's see how we get on at Mannheim in Plymouth today. Right, morning. It's Thursday morning. And I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on how the auction went yesterday. So it's all done and dusted. And I went with the 6 cars I picked out, as you just saw. And I'll tell you what happened. So the Ford Focus didn't bid on that. Not really my cup of tea. The Hyundai iX35, we bid and we lost. The Renault, we bid on and we lost. The Skoda Yeti, we bid on, just lost. The Hyundai Tucson, we bid on and won. So the Hyundai Tucson, I think my max bid was 7,345. And we got that for 7.2. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. The Land Rover Discovery Sport, we bid on so I know you're gonna absolutely crucify me for getting this after what has been going on with the previous Discovery, but I must just say it wasn't my fault. I had nothing to do with it. Well, the only thing I had to do with it was bidding on it. But you see, Michelle came, and Michelle's not here, so she can't defend herself. So it's a perfect time to sort of introduce you and mention who Michelle is. Now, Michelle came with me to the auction, and she likes these cars, and she has faith in them. So I got bullied to even consider bidding on it, and I had my pricing set with a very healthy margin. I thought, well, okay, Michelle, let's see how this one goes, and let's just, if we do get it, let's just make sure we've got a socking great big margin for any problems. So we're literally going on price on this one. We did all the research on it. Actually, clean set of hills, great MOT history, immaculate condition, full service history, main dealer. So my hopes are, are pretty high on this one. But I'm yet to put my diagnostics machine in to see what comes up. But anyway, she bullied me. I bid on it and we won it, and we got the margin we wanted. So fingers crossed. And I think being in this industry, I think you've got to be a bit ballsy. I know you all said stay away from Land Rovers, but they can't all be that bad, surely. I mean, there've got to be some good eggs out there. So I thought we'll give it another go, just for shits and giggles. And if we get stung on this one, then we'll reconsider again. But to have one Land Rover go a bit monkey on us, being the last one, it shouldn't put you off. But I think we're in this business to try and make some good money, hopefully not lose money. We didn't lose money on the last one, and I don't intend losing money on this one. But we'll soldier on, keep going, and just see what happens. Laters. Right, so I'm in the Land Rover, so I'm just plugging in the iCar Soft CR Max, the diagnostics kit. Excuse that, that's where Ted put that on my finger this morning, but and I've completely forgotten about it. But Land Rover, and let's see what gremlins are in here, if there are any. Right, let's try a scan. Okay, something's pinging up. Oh, there's another one. ECM control module. Okay, it's on. Read full code. Piston cooling oil jets solenoid control. P25A9. Well, I'm gonna. What else is there? So there's that. That might explain why it says oil is really low, because it might just be an issue with that solenoid. But I'll have a look. Keyless vehicle module. Okay, that's. I'm going to look at that. Heating, ventilation. I'll sort that one out later. But that seems to be the worst one. Right, I'm going to ask AI if what the story is with this. But I think it's going to be, because it's showing up on the dash that it's got some oil. It's saying the oil is critically low, but I've checked the oil and it's not. It's absolutely fine. So that could have something to do with it. Right, so I've asked ChatGPT to help me out with this fault code. Assume you are the world's best and most experienced mechanic for a discovery sport, blah, 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 blah. I have a fault code, P25A9, piston cooling jet solenoid control, open circuit. I also have a light on the dashboard that says oil level is critically low, but the oil level is in fact perfectly fine. So it then spits out lots of stuff about the code and what it could be. Yes, it's all linked by the looks of things. And it's pointing to, well, AI seems to point it to a potentially a faulty solenoid. So instead of boring you all, it's said here, it's telling me about how to diagnose and what have you. But I want to see what the worst case scenario is. So I then asked it, assuming I require a new solenoid, can you give me an estimated price for a new one in GBP? Also assume a labour rate of £50 for fitting. So then it comes back with some, I think, pretty useful information. Solenoid, 150 quid. I don't really want aftermarket stuff. I want the genuine stuff. Labour at 50 quid, so let's say worst case scenario. So let's say worst case 250, and 100 quid for labour, so 350. Well, we just have to put that one to the test, hey? But I could live with 350 for that, if it's the only issue so far. The only other thing I've got to put on it is some brake pads on the front. That it's all being serviced and MOT'd next week, so we shall see. But we'll keep an eye on 350 for that solenoid fault, if it is the solenoid. And I've actually just found one, a genuine solenoid, and it's coming up at 164, so pretty much slap bang in the middle of where it said it was going to be. So brilliant. Well, I could order this and then stick it on the back seat of the car and ask them to fit it when they're doing the service, so I may just do that. Right, one thing that does need to be done on this Discovery is there's got one wheel is really scuffed. All the others are absolutely perfect. So I've called the wheel chaps down the road, and they can slot me in today. So have a look at that. That wheel all scuffed around the rim. So I mean, all of them are absolutely perfect. So I may as well just get it done. So strike while the iron's hot and get it in and get the wheels done. So it's looking pucker. Right, off I go. Right, just trying to get this Volvo spick and span for handover tomorrow, and have a look at these wheels. They are gorgeous. So he actually didn't want them diamond cutting. He just wanted them powder coating in a bright grey. So that's what he got. These powder coated, I think, cost us about, was it £80 a wheel? Something like that. I think we could probably have done them a bit cheaper, but these guys shoehorned us in right at the last minute. So, but anyway, that's all jet washed and ready for a polish for a 12 o'clock handover tomorrow, Friday. Right, I thought I'd take you down to the lower forecourt because we need to have a chat about a car, and it's the pub car. So the pub car went for its MOT yesterday and failed miserably. I mean, a list as long as my arm, but apparently the mechanic in the garage said it's not too much of a problem. So, you know, disc pads, that sort of stuff, some trailing arms, ball joints. There's always a trailing arm. I never know what that is, but hey ho. So I then took it down to the body shop and for my second quote, and sure enough, £1,000. That's basically to have all the all this side sprayed, the other side needs spraying, the front bumper, the back bumper, and then she'll be absolutely mint. But it's £1,000. Fortunately, I had a good margin in this, so £1,000 on that. 400 quid on, I think, is going to be to sort the MOT out. But another thing came up. I charged the battery on this, and then it came up with 16 miles, which is not very good. So I got on the blower to Mitsubishi, and they said, bring the car in, we'll assess the battery, and if it's less than 70% from its original, you know, from being brand new, we'll replace it free of charge, which is about £10,000. So this car is going to retail at about 11, something like that. So the customer will be paying £11,000, but probably having about £12,000–13,000 work having been done on it. So I don't know how they'll feel about that. But so we're going to be booking that in with Mitsubishi. It's going to be all sprayed next week, so it's going to look fantastic. And I found a valeter. Now, a valeter is going to come and work with us, and he's got the most amazing name. His name's Nigel Mansell, the car valeter. So he's coming on Monday to valet the the Discovery. And then when that's back from the paint shop, he's going to give that a full rinse over, inside, outside. But what a name, Nigel Mansell as a car valeter. Brilliant. Right, I've got to go and pick up the boys from school. And I think I'll crack on with this a bit later on. If not, first thing tomorrow morning. Latest. Good afternoon. It is Friday tea time. And we've just got back from picking up the Tucson. And what a fantastic car that is. There's not a huge amount of work to be done on this. It's a really lovely little car. Not the highest of specs, but it's a 1.7 diesel and 33,000 miles. As I say, we paid 7.2 for that, but let me show you. So I don't know much about these Hyundais, but I believe they're really good cars. And this one is in great nick. I mean, the tyres are all like brand new pretty much. There's very little to do bodywork wise. It needs an MOT, it needs a service. It's got a pretty good service history. So that will go into the garage, and I think we could probably get that up for sale pretty sharpo. Now that's not going to be a long prep car, but no, I look forward to seeing how that gets on when we get it up for sale on Auto Trader. So what's left this week? We've got our little signs to make for the pubs, and we've got the Discovery to go and pick up very shortly from the wheel place. So that will be, all the wheels will be looking fantastic on that car. So yeah, the signs, and then we can enjoy a lovely weekend and try and not do too much. Try and enjoy ourselves and try and enjoy the weather while it's lovely. So that's what we're going to do this weekend. But back to the computer where we're going to start making these signs, I think, and then a trip down to the Tally-Ho. Latest. Right, I think I've got these signs pretty much spot on now. So it reads, sell your car while having a pint. I'm a local guy who specialises in selling good, reliable family cars, and I may just be interested in buying your car if you're thinking of selling it. What I'm looking for: family cars, SUVs, estates up to 80,000 miles. Text me your reg mileage and I may just pop over and do a deal. Look forward to hearing from you, Sam. So you can't see my number, and also there's a reference number under that blurred bit, so I know what you scallywags are like. You'll probably end up texting me all around the country and sending me to the Tally-Ho, where I'll just have to sit and wait for hours, which maybe not a bad thing, but I think we're going to put a little quote reference number there, so we only get the people in the pub texting me. Anyway, let's get this printed. Now we're going to test out the new printer for the office. A swanky bit of gear, ready for the new premises. Here it comes. Beautiful. Through the laminator. Right, those are the signs all done, and there they are. And time to go down to the tally to put them in prime position in the bar, and wait for the phone to ring off the hook. I mean, the reason why I'm doing this is because the other day when we bought that one and that one, I think we spent about nearly £1,000 on fees at the auction. So a much cheaper way of buying cars if you can let local people know what you're doing. Try and have a bit of fun with it, and be a nice chat really. So these are going in the local pub, so I better get down there and put them in place, as it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Latest. And here's the Tally-Ho. What a welcome sight to end the week. We've got our flyers up. I'm going to pop them at the bar. No. Do you think it's better at the front, Mike, or on the side?
No, have it on. What would you do? We put it there, like that.
Do you think?
Because no one's going to knock it off there.
The preparation of the sign. Shall I put it up, Mike?
No, I need to.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. Thanks.
what beautiful positioning, Mike. So when we come through the door, straight through the door, and people are forced to sell their cars. Brilliant. Well, we're in the garden of the Tally-Ho now, and the sign is in place, and I'm going to sit back here and wait for the phone to ring off the hook so I can pounce on anyone that has got a car to sell in the pub. We'll just see how all that goes, but what a fun way of potentially buying cars. Well, what a week it's been. We've got rid of the Citroen and the Volvo, and we've bought 3 cars, 1 in a pub, 2 at auction, and I know you'll give me one hell of a ride on the Discovery, but as I said, it wasn't my fault. Yeah, it's been really enjoyable, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this journey of being a new car trader. So anyone out there looking to give it a go, just jump in and have fun, because it really is fun. There are some high points and low points, but the highs definitely outweigh the lows. So anyway, we'll see how this sign gets on, and we'll see what happens next week. But hopefully you can join me for another week of What's on Court. Bye.